Ambassador Nimic, thank you very much because you invite us and you accept our request to join our program, Voice of the People. For me, it's a very big privilege to ask you, first of all, how estimate situation right now when you have one memorandum and say it for Greece side. That can we say that we have war between both sides, warm weather, political weather?
Well, the Greek government presented a memorandum, which is an important step, and I know that the government of Skopje is studying this very carefully. So I think we should leave it to the two parties to see how they view this development and how they go from here. At this delicate time, I'm not going to say very much more.
But if the memorandum, as I've seen it, is only a modified outline of the 95 agreement, then what is the purpose of it?
Well, I'm not going to get into the question. You don't understand of the purpose. All I'm saying is that when a government presents something, then it's incumbent to respond and to see whether this is a way of making progress.
You have been the longest serving mediator in the Macedonian Greek dispute, so you have that distinction. In terms of the end, can you foresee a development in which we as Macedonians can really come to our rights and regain the name that we've had historically, nationally, and in every other respect, be admitted in the United Nations as we are? We made so many compromises on our side regarding the Greek side. We modified our constitution, we changed the flag, we resigned our recognition of minorities in Greece. What is it more than they want in terms of compromise? We cannot compromise any further.
Well,
but give our name, which is all we have. Our name is our identity.
Look, yeah, Professor, you're making you're changing my role here to a role of arguing the point. This is a dispute that has gone on for quite a while. Even the way you characterize the dispute, if I was meeting here with someone from the other side, they would characterize it differently. So
and I'm sure they have.
Yeah, they have, yeah, and so the goal is a political agreement that satisfies the aspirations of your people and has a dignified solution that preserves identity, whereas it also satisfies the other side in terms of their concerns. So we've been looking for a solution, and we haven't found it. As you said, I've been doing this for a long time, both for the U.S. government and for the United Nations. I wouldn't do it if I didn't think that some solution that will be satisfactory to both sides will emerge out of this, and otherwise it's a futile effort. So I would counsel dedication to trying to understand the other side and achieve something that is acceptable to the people.
Well, of course, we have, historically speaking, we have always understood the other side. Now, let's not take out of the account the recent decision by the Court of Hague, which, by the way, somehow, interestingly enough, is not mentioned in the newest referendum, memorandum, that is. The Court of Hague specifically what the steps should be. Why should the Greek side not abide by that, which is, by the way, the body of the United Nations, which by whose appointment you intervene in our dispute with the Greeks? Let's look at that.
Well, as I've said, any decision by a court, especially the International Court of Justice, should be taken very seriously. So I don't discount that at all. The mediation process between the two sides under the UN resolutions and under the interim agreement is a bilateral discussion which tries to achieve a political solution. And certainly attention should be paid to the decision of the court, but we still need a solution that's mutually agreeable if we're going to resolve this issue.
Mr. Nimic, it's very kind for you again, because you invite us and you address very good things about Macedonia incorporation, Euro-Atlantic integration, because all the people saw the future to be member of NATO, but normally with dignity, you know. Can you be so kind also to comment us about Interim Accord 1995 and according the order of international court in Hague, where the Mr. Ban Ki-moon say they have to respect. Can you comment about that, please? Can the Greek side to respect the order which come from international court in The Hague?
Well, as I mentioned, I think all people should respect judgments of courts and should study them carefully and determine how best to implement the decisions. In this particular case, in connection with the NATO issue, in connection with EU accession, other issues like this, there are processes in those organizations that need compliance, and I know that the members of the international community are very sensitive to that. Now, my role, as you know, is not a role connected with those decisions, but is a role under UN resolutions and the interim agreement to say that the difference over the name should be discussed by the two parties under the aegis of the Secretary General. So this is the process we're under, with both countries discussing the issue and trying to reach some solution. And I really hope that the people in your country understand that there's a great deal of concern about this issue internationally, and a real desire to have your country in NATO and in the EU, so that the goal is not different. And I think that in Athens, too, there's a desire to have the whole region incorporated into the Euro-Atlantic world. So the question is a political decision on how we can solve this particular issue. And I will say again that I still have confidence. I know it's been many years and we have not been successful so far, but I have confidence that through creative leadership in both Athens and Skopje, and goodwill and a constructive attitude, we're going to get there, and the result will be a positive one for your country. So this is what my intention is. This is why I keep working on this issue, and with the support of both parties, let's hope that the next few months see some positive developments. Thank you.
Can you mean that positive not be about identity? Not be have damage for the identity?
I do believe, I've always believed, that there is a solution possible that is consistent with the dignity and identity of the people. And if I didn't believe that, then I wouldn't be doing this. Thank you.
Thank you, join us.
Thank you.
Почитувани гледачи, тоа беше ексклузивно Метју Нимиц за Гласот на народот на телевизија Сонце. Пријатно.